So this full moon is not a joke. It's the strawberry full moon, and it's opening up for the 11th of June. Now, 11th of June, meaning that 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, we've got that 5-day window that typically will allow these energies to expand. Now, is it all good? Well, actually, the energies are so vibrant that it may create a bit of chaos here and there. So there's certain things that we need to do to be able to protect ourselves from manifesting any challenges or chaos in our life. But at the same time, there's also some overconfidence. Now, you're probably thinking, well, if I have confidence, that's a good thing. But when it's overconfidence, maybe it's going to throw things off a little. And this is what the astrology and the planetary alignments are kind of showing us right now with these energies. If you've been feeling a little bit off recently, if you're an empath, maybe you've been feeling energies are really heavy for some reason. It's probably because I've been telling you for months now that June starting, the energies will completely shift. Things will be on a high-speed rail, so there's certain practices that we can do to actually ground our energies to not get affected in a negative way, yet at the same time harness these energies to manifest what we want in life. And this is what we're going to be covering in today's video. I've got all the notes here. Get pens ready, get pads ready, and we're going to dive deep into it. But before we get into it, show reel, hit it. Namaste everyone, Namo Himalaya. This is Sri Akarshana here. And in this video, what I want to break down for you is the 5 things you got to look out for when it comes to this particular full moon. It's the strawberry full moon, okay? If you take your notes, we're going to go into the first thing. The first thing has to do with the distant strawberry moon. Now, what does that mean? It means that the distance from the sun to the moon, how it's aligned right now, is a little bit further than usual. So it's needing a lot more energy, which will therefore create a bigger energy vortex than usual. So what does this actually mean? Well, it means that emotions are going to be amplified. It means that our awareness and also our sensitivity is also going to be amplified at the same time. So let me know inside the comments below if you class yourself as a bit of an empath, meaning usually you're very sensitive to people's energies. And do let me know, please, if you have noticed already, before this window is even opening up, that you are feeling the heaviness, you're feeling the struggles. It's not even like one of those things that you can put your finger on or say, it's because I've got this fear over something, but you're feeling uneasy and you can't quite figure out what it is. And if that's true, then it's probably this full moon's energies that you're actually feeling. It's because all energies are heightened, all sensitivities are heightened, so meaning that everyone gets a little bit more emotional than usual. We already said that full moon usually is an emotional time, but the problem is, we always say, when emotions are high, intelligence is low. So what does that mean? It means that people may say things that they don't really mean, or they may say things that has some consequences, or they may take certain actions that create certain problems and even end up hurting their loved ones or people they actually care about. Now, that might sound a bit insane, but that's what happens when we get emotional. Sometimes we may say things that we come later on to regret. So my big recommendation for everybody is this. Well, first of all, you need to manage your own emotions, right? When emotions get high, please take that breath in, take that slow exhale, relax yourself, relax your mind, relax your energies, and just bring it back to the zero. Ground your energies. Because you don't want to rush into things. You don't want to make mistakes. Then, when it comes to other people being a certain way, or maybe attacking you with some words or doing certain things that may harm you, well, this is the point here. Do not fight. You need to understand the moment you fight here, what's going to happen is going to amplify everything. So what we got to do? Well, we got to understand that they are fighting and they are throwing their anger or frustration or emotions at you is because obviously they're annoyed, they're frustrated, they're angry, they're upset, they're emotional about things, right? So what we got to do in that moment? Well, you got to sit nicely first, take that breath once again. Now it's the time to call in your wisdom from your experience so far. What's the best way to respond in a situation? How can you not harm? How can you come with love and positivity? Yet at the same time, how can you at least answer to all the chaos that is happening right now? So learn and practice not to react, but to respond. That's a very important point on point number 1. Moving on to point number 2, the feel good freedom. Please write that down. Okay. Now, what is this going to do? Well, because of how the astrology is aligned right now, it's actually quite an adventurous type of spirit. So it's going to give you that desire for more. It's going to give you that desire for adventure, for something that's fun. It's going to give you that desire to break your usual routines, to do something new, to try something. It might be skydiving. It might be meeting new friends. It might be trying a new job. It might be going into a new venture, investing in something new. It may be wanting to learn something new, learn a new skill, find a new coach, enroll onto a new program. It could be wanting to go traveling or take some risk, right? Now, my recommendation for anybody who's feeling that sense during those 5 days is to do it. Allow yourself to go out there, right? YOLO it. You only live once, right? So it's time to adventure, because you're going to find that when you take yourself out of your usual context, when you break that usual routine, that's breaking that old pattern, therefore breaking the old habits, and is moving into the new. So it means that you can harness the full moon's energies to actually create new things in life. If you've been looking for a sign for a breakthrough, if you've been trying to meet the 2.0 version of yourself, but you don't know what actions to take, well, here it is. Feel what the soul is calling you towards. What is fun? What is good? What is that good feeling? Is that God feeling? It's your gut calling. So follow that instinct and just take massive action through that. And you're going to find that there's a lot of things will manifest from those next actions. Okay? Moving on to point number 3. Social spark and honest talks. Please write that down. This particular planetary alignment is asking you to speak your truth. And we all know sometimes the truth may hurt, but it's asking you to find your most authentic self and speak your truth finally. Now, everybody will take this message in a different way, because you know what it is for you. Maybe it's in a relationship. There's been something that you've been wanting to say for a long time, but you haven't found the guts to actually say it. Maybe it's time to say it. Maybe it's in your job, your career. You've been wanting to leave. You've been wanting to say something to your boss, your manager, but you've been shying away from it. Well, it's time to honor your soul. They're the words I'm feeling for you right now. Honor your soul. Honor your most authentic self. And your most authentic self may not align with everybody around you. And not everybody will agree to it. But it's you. And what's you is right. What's you is aligned. Don't think, is this the right action to take? Or logically, if I think about it, what's the consequence? No, actually, you need to speak it. Because your whole goal in coming onto this planet in the first place is to go through all that social conditioning of a prison. And the second part of the game is, how do you break free? So take that as a big signal to actually break free. But at the same time, have a knowing that your bluntness, the way you are speaking your truth, right? It will trigger some people. But that's okay. Because guess what? It will trigger the people who's supposed to be triggered. And it's going to bring up and let you realize who your true friends are, who the real people who know how to care for you are, instead of just a surface level friendship that most people are actually in. So you'll understand what love is, what relationship is. You'll understand what friendship is. You'll understand what soulmates are. All of this will come to truth during this time. Moving on to point number 4, you're going to find expanded luck. And here it comes. Dun, dun, dun. The overconfidence. Okay? So confidence is good, obviously, because you suddenly feel this surge of courage. Even if you're usually the more shy person and more conserved, and you usually need to think about things a million times before you actually do it. And maybe you're usually a worrier. But for some reason, you feel a bit of a warrior right now, and you feel like, hey, I think I'm ready to take this thing on, right? That's good. Go take it on. But just be very, very conscious of when are you pushing the line of overconfidence. Because what may overconfidence do? Overconfidence may, let's say you go to a casino, You may start gambling crazy just because you're feeling something that is just a surge of energy, but maybe you're gambling. So it's not using your wisdom here. It's not calculated. It's pure emotion, but it's not grounded emotion. So I think that's the big message for everybody here. How do you ground your emotion and take action from that standpoint? Because sometimes overconfidence can make you overpromise. Now, if you overpromise and you can't fulfill later, guess what's going to happen? There's going to be a backlash. There's going to be a bit of a problem that comes later. So we got to be mindful while we're using this confident energy. And the final point, number 5, is what we kind of touched on before, is long-term consequences. Know that I've been saying this for maybe 6 months now. June, July, August, September are extremely fast-paced manifestation months. What you do today may be a consequence that may come in months to come. There are very big energy vortex that is opening right now. It's here right now. When you sow the seed, it can manifest in 1 year time, 3 year time, or 5 year time. So what do we need to pay close attention to? Again, everything you do, do with love. Everything you do, do with compassion. Everything you do, right? Understand that everything is cause and effect. Everything is give and take. Everything is give and receive. Everything is invest and return. While it's good to invest and sow seeds, be very mindful of what long-term effects each action may have. I'm talking about the butterfly effect or the domino effect here. So the big warning or the big reminder at the end is be conscious. Be very, very conscious. Calculate the karmic value of everything moving forward. Are we manifesting good responses long term? Because otherwise what you're going to find is the actions you take today may come bite you in the bum 1 year down the line, 3 years down the line. And obviously we want to prevent as much as that of that as possible. So keep everything nice and clean. That is the 5 things for this particular full moon. I know it's been a little bit of a different one this month, and please do let us know inside the chat below if you can relate to any of the feelings or any of the things that I've been saying so far on this video. It's highly likely that these energies will go past the usual 5-day window, is because of the distance of the moon and the sun this time round. But anyway, everybody know where your heart is, stay confident, stay believing, stay trusting, do good. My love and prayers are with all of you. Sending love and prayers to all of you. Namaste. Namo Himalaya.